There are 8 daily habits that separate winners from losers, and most people don't practice them. If you're ready to stop living on autopilot and start making real progress toward your goals, keep watching. These aren't complicated strategies or hard-to-follow plans, but simple, actionable steps that you can start today. These habits have the power to transform your life. All you need to do is commit to them every day. The decisions we make every single day define who we are and who we become. It's not about those grand moments of success or breakthrough. It's the small, often unnoticed choices that shape our life. Every morning you wake up, you're presented with a blank canvas, and what you paint on it, whether it's through your attitude, actions, or mindset, will determine the masterpiece of your life. When I look back on my own journey, it wasn't the big events, but rather the consistent habits and disciplines that got me where I am today. Success is a product of daily disciplines. It's about the little things, choosing to wake up early, deciding to read that book instead of scrolling through your phone, or taking that extra step when you feel like quitting. These small actions compound over time. Imagine if you decided, just once, to wake up an hour earlier each day to focus on personal growth. Over the course of a year, that's 365 extra hours of improvement. It all starts with a simple, deliberate choice. Now let me be clear. It's easy to get distracted. The world is full of noise, and it's easy to get lost in the chaos. But what sets successful people apart is their ability to prioritize the important over the urgent. It's those little daily choices that keep you aligned with your goals, even when life throws you curveballs. In your day-to-day routine, focus on what matters and let the distractions fall by the wayside. Every time you choose to improve, you're moving closer to your vision. Whether it's choosing to save a bit more money, get that workout in, or invest time in learning a new skill, it all adds up. It's the power of consistency. You don't need a life-changing moment. You just need to make the right choices every day. And as you continue to make those choices, you'll see the transformation unfold right before your eyes. First thing, pursue personal development. Personal development isn't just a buzzword. It's a lifelong commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. It's about understanding your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, and taking deliberate steps to grow in every area of your life. For me, personal development has always been the key to unlocking my full potential. Whether it's learning new skills, improving emotional intelligence, or setting new goals, this constant pursuit of growth is what drives success. The first step in personal development is self-awareness. You can't improve what you don't know. Take time to reflect on your actions, your mindset, and your habits. What's working for you? What's holding you back? By honestly evaluating yourself, you can start to identify areas where you need to improve. For example, if you struggle with time management, that's an area to focus on. Personal growth begins with understanding yourself deeply and committing to change where necessary. Personal development also involves setting meaningful goals. These goals should stretch you, but be realistic enough to achieve. They should align with your values and aspirations, not just what others expect of you. The process of setting goals helps you stay focused, motivated, and accountable. And remember, these goals should evolve as you grow. What seemed like a big goal last year might no longer be challenging enough today. As you grow, so should your goals. Finally, cultivate emotional intelligence. Success isn't just about intelligence. It's about how well you manage your emotions, relate to others, and make decisions. Emotional intelligence is a skill you can develop over time, and it has a profound impact on your personal and professional life. By learning to manage your emotions and build empathy for others, you strengthen relationships, improve decision-making, and create a more balanced, fulfilling life. Third thing, improve your communication skills. Effective communication is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. It's not just about speaking clearly, it's about understanding and being understood. Think about the people who have had the greatest impact on your life. chances are their ability to communicate effectively played a big role in that. Whether you're talking to a colleague, a friend, or a family member, the way you express yourself can either build bridges or create barriers. So, if you want to build strong relationships, you have to invest time in improving how you communicate. One of the most important aspects of communication is listening. It's easy to focus on what you're going to say next, but truly listening to someone is where the magic happens. When you listen actively, you show people that you value their thoughts and opinions. This not only deepens your relationships, but it also makes you a better communicator because you understand the needs and perspectives of those around you. Practice listening without interrupting, and notice how much more you learn about others. When it comes to speaking, clarity is key. If you can't express your thoughts in a way that's easy for others to understand, you're wasting your time and theirs. I always recommend taking a moment to think before you speak, especially in important situations. Whether you're delivering a presentation or simply having a conversation, pause, organize your thoughts, and then communicate them in a way that's simple and direct. It doesn't matter how much you know if you can't communicate it clearly. Lastly, minimize misunderstandings by being aware of nonverbal communication. Your body language, tone, and facial expressions all contribute to the message you're sending. Sometimes, what we don't say speaks louder than our words. If you want to be a better communicator, pay attention to the full message you're delivering, not just the words. By working on both your verbal and nonverbal communication skills, you can connect with people on a deeper level and make a lasting impact. Fourth thing, strengthen your self-discipline. Self-discipline is the bridge that connects your goals to your achievements. Without it, dreams remain. Dreams and actions stay half-finished. The truth is, no one ever gets what they want simply by wishing for it. It takes consistent effort, day in and day out, to make progress. But here's the thing. Self-discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do things you hate. It's about learning to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. And that's what separates the successful from the rest. Start small. When I first began practicing self-discipline, I didn't jump into anything drastic. I simply chose to wake up a bit earlier each day. It sounds simple, right? But that one small habit snowballed into others. From waking up early, I added exercise to my morning routine, then reading, and soon enough I had a solid routine that set me up for success every day. The key is to start with manageable steps, then build on them over time. Self-discipline doesn't require perfection, just consistency. It's important to understand that discomfort is part of the process. You will face moments when you don't feel like sticking to your plan. But those are the moments that define your success. Whether it's pushing through a tough workout or resisting the temptation to waste time, those small victories are what create lasting habits. I've learned that the more uncomfortable a task feels, the more growth it offers. Embrace those moments, because they're the stepping stones to mastering self-discipline. Finally, make self-discipline your ally by focusing on long-term rewards rather than short-term pleasures. It's tempting to indulge in distractions like social media, junk food, or procrastination, but each time you resist them, you're strengthening your willpower. Imagine the person you want to become. Someone who consistently follows through, who achieves their goals, and who refuses to give up. Every time you choose discipline over instant gratification, you're one step closer to that person. And trust me, it's worth every effort. Fifth thing, eliminate limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are invisible walls that trap us inside our own minds. These beliefs hold us back, often without us even realizing it. You might hear yourself saying, "I can't do that," or "I'm not good enough." These are the words of someone who has accepted limitations they've never even questioned. But what if I told you that these beliefs aren't true? They're just stories you've told yourself over time. The moment you decide to challenge these beliefs, you begin to break free from them. The first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? For example, if you believe you can't start a business because you don't have enough experience, ask yourself, why not? Most of the time, these beliefs are based on fear, not facts. Once you identify them, you can begin to replace them with more empowering thoughts. Instead of, I can't, try saying, I'm learning, or I'm capable of growth. Shifting your mindset takes time, but it's possible with consistent effort. One method that worked for me is to reframe my thinking. When I face a challenge, I no longer think, I can't do this. Instead, I ask myself, what can I learn from this experience? It's a subtle shift, but it makes a huge difference. When you start seeing challenges as opportunities for growth, your entire perspective changes. Suddenly, those limiting beliefs start to lose their power over you. Remember, growth happens when you push past your comfort zone. So, don't be afraid to step into the unknown. Every time you challenge a limiting belief, you're expanding your potential. Over time, these small shifts in mindset will build up, and you'll be amazed at how much more you're capable of. The key is to keep challenging those limiting beliefs, one step at a time, until they no longer control you. Friday, master time management. Time is the one resource we all have in equal measure, yet it's the one most often squandered. Mastering. Time management isn't just about squeezing more tasks into your day. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. You could spend all day being busy, but at the end of it, ask yourself, did you move closer to your goals? The difference between successful people and others isn't necessarily how much time they have, but how effectively they use it. Successful people understand that time, once gone, never returns. Start by planning your day before it begins. Every night, I take a few minutes to map out my priorities for the next day. This simple practice clears up the fog and helps me stay focused. I block off time for essential activities and make sure I'm not just reacting to what's happening around me. Whether it's business meetings, exercise, or personal growth, I schedule it. If it's not scheduled, it's too easy to let distractions take over. The trick is to make time work for you, not the other way around. Now, don't mistake being busy for being productive. The goal isn't to do more. It's to do more of what matters. I've learned that multitasking can actually slow you down. Instead, focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention. The key to effective time management is not about how many things you can do at once, but how well you do the things that really move you toward your goals. Prioritize, focus, and execute. Lastly, remember to schedule breaks. Yes, you heard that. Right. Taking time to recharge isn't a waste, it's a necessity. I've learned that working without breaks leads to burnout and diminishing returns. So I make it a point to step away, clear my mind, and come back with renewed energy. When you manage your time effectively, you not only get more done, but you also take better care of yourself. 7th, invest in knowledge daily. Financial success begins with understanding and managing your money. It's not about how much you make. It's about how you manage what you have. You don't need to be a millionaire to start building wealth. In fact, the habits you form with your current income are what will set the foundation for your financial future. I've always said, it's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. And this couldn't be more true. By managing your money wisely, you can start building wealth, no matter where you are financially. The first step is tracking your expenses. A lot of people have no idea where their money is going. They live paycheck to paycheck, making money, but losing it just as quickly. But once you track your spending, you start to see patterns and areas where you can cut back. It's not about depriving yourself, but about making conscious decisions on where to allocate your resources. This could mean cutting down on dining out, limiting unnecessary subscriptions, or even shopping smarter. Next, create a budget and stick to it. This might seem old-fashioned, but it's one of the most effective ways to manage your finances. I allocate a certain percentage of my income to savings and investments before I spend a dime on anything else. By paying yourself first, you ensure that your financial future is secured. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. A good budget helps you stay on track, avoid impulse spending, and focus on long-term goals. Lastly, start investing. I can't stress this enough. You won't build wealth by just saving. You need your money to grow. Start small if necessary, but make investing a habit. Look into stocks, bonds, real estate, or other vehicles that align with your financial goals. The earlier you start, the more your money will compound over time. Remember, financial freedom doesn't happen by accident. It happens by creating strong financial habits and sticking to them day after day. Octave. Live with purpose. Living with purpose is the secret to a life well lived. When you wake up every morning with a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, life becomes much more meaningful. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and forget why you're working so hard in the first place. But when your actions are aligned with your deeper values, you wake up energized and ready to face whatever comes your way. Purpose provides direction and meaning, and it's the fuel that keeps you going through tough times. Finding your purpose isn't always easy. It's a journey of self-discovery, one that requires you to dig deep within yourself. Ask yourself, what truly excites you? What makes you feel alive? It's not just about achieving success for the sake of success. It's about doing something that gives you a sense of fulfillment. For me, my purpose revolves around helping others and sharing knowledge. It's what drives me to keep improving myself and giving back to the world. When you find your purpose, you unlock a level of motivation that's unstoppable. Once you've identified your purpose, make sure your daily actions align with it. It's easy to get sidetracked by distractions, but if you keep your purpose at the forefront of your mind, you'll be better equipped to stay focused on what truly matters. Every decision you make should be a step toward fulfilling your purpose. Whether you're working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or taking time for yourself, ensure that each action is connected to your larger vision. Purpose also gives you resilience. Life will challenge you, but when you have a clear sense of purpose, it becomes easier to push through the difficulties. Obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities to prove your commitment to your mission. With purpose, even the most difficult moments become valuable experiences. The key is to stay aligned with your purpose and let it guide you through every challenge that comes your way. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you can use to transform your life. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for more, always chasing the next big thing. But the truth is, happiness doesn't come from acquiring more. It comes from appreciating what's already in your life. I've found that the more I practice gratitude, the more abundant my life feels. Start by making gratitude a daily habit. Every morning, before you even get out of bed, take a moment to think about 3 things you're thankful for. They can be small things, like a warm cup of coffee or the people you love, or bigger things, like good health or a fulfilling job. The key is to focus on the positive, no matter how big or small the blessings are. This simple practice sets the tone for the rest of your day and helps you approach life with a more positive, abundant mindset. Gratitude isn't just about feeling thankful, it's about expressing it. Take time to thank the people around you, whether it's a friend, a colleague, or a family member. A heartfelt thank you can have a profound impact on your relationships and create a ripple effect of positivity. When you acknowledge the efforts and kindness of others, you strengthen the bonds you share and create an environment of mutual respect and appreciation. The more grateful you are, the more you attract positivity into your life. Gratitude is magnetic. When you focus on the good, you start to see more of it. It changes your perspective, helping you to find the silver lining even in difficult situations. Life will always have its ups and downs, but practicing gratitude allows you to navigate it with grace. Over time, it becomes a powerful force that shapes the way you experience the world and the way the world responds to you. In the end, what separates winners from losers isn't talent or luck, but daily discipline and commitment to personal growth. Every small action you take each day is creating the path to success. The good news is that you have the power to choose those actions. By focusing on what truly matters, by making decisions that bring you closer to your goals, you are creating the life you've always dreamed of. Don't wait for a big event to change your path. Start today with the choices you make every day, and watch how, over time, you transform into the person you've always wanted to be. Success is within your reach. You just need to make the right choices and stay consistent. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Let's inspire others to take action and start their journey to success today.